Hello YouTube and welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Breezy, bringing you episode 38 of Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Let's jump right into this. It is right after the battle, so let's see what everyone has to say about what happened.
It's been too long, Your Highness. But try to temper your joy, will you? This is a war after all.
To say such a thing at a time like this. You have not changed one bit.
Don't let looks deceive you. I've had a rough go of it ever since I crossed blades with those traitors in Ferdiad. When I heard you'd been executed, I rushed there as fast as I could, blind with fury. When I got there, I was fed some garbage about not being able to see your body. The next thing I knew, I was gripping my blade and... Gilbert, you have done well to locate His Highness. I am truly grateful. And you. I have you to thank as well.
He's thanking us, okay. We are all fortunate, I would say.
Well, we are in your debt. I will repay you for this someday, I swear it. And you, Felix, you have also done well to bring His Highness here.
It's like,
Tell us all you know, Rodrigue.
I'm afraid there's not much to tell. You are aware that the western region of the kingdom was taken by the Empire, correct?
Right.
Yes, so I have heard. They are now calling it the Fargus Dukedom, or some nonsense.
If you know that much, then the rest won't take long. Enemy or not, it's undeniable that Cornelia's plan was nothing short of genius. After seizing power, she invited the Imperial Army to Ferdiad. There, she reorganized her troops and then sent soldiers to hunt me down.
A little lost.
Because of that, we were forced to act defensively.
But that's okay.
And now we're being forced into a difficult battle. She's been controlling the situation.
So that's been the witch's plan from the start. I should have killed her ages ago.
Your Highness, Ferdiad is in a terrible state right now.
Okay.
The tyranny is unbearable, and so the rebellions are endless. Refugees starve to death in the streets. If I may speak freely, Your Highness, we should change course for Ferdiad and take down those traitors before we embark to Enbar.
I agree.
There's no time for that. We must annihilate Enbar before all else.
It's been a few days since I played, so I'm
through.
just trying to catch up.
I understand wanting to destroy the Empire and the Emperor. I want that, but which is more important, the dead or the living?
The living.
Silence!
Yeah, he's a little
No,
still...
Dimitri. You will
He's still a
hear me
little
out.
twisted in his ways, but...
Are you asking me? Asking the dead to forgive that woman?
No, I would not ask that of you. What I am asking is that you allow us to prioritize the kingdom capital over the imperial capital for now. As Lambert's close and trusted friend, I am confident that he would have advised the same.
Yeah, listen to Rodriguez.
Do not dare to put words in the mouths of the dead. They are your words alone, even if you borrow their lips.
But you're putting words in their
offer
mouths.
up that woman's head, Father will remain a slave to his lingering regret and hatred. Even now, he suffers. It is ceaseless. As we waste time with idle chatter, his suffering continues.
I think it's time to give up.
You are my king, our king. Wherever you lead, we will follow. But there are those who take up their sword in the name of revenge, and yet along the way, lose the strength and composure to follow through.
I agree.
You would do well to bear that in mind.
They ask us what we think.
I nearly forgot. Take this, Your Highness. The time has come for it to be wielded by its true master.
Oh.
Eretvar, the hero's relic once wielded by my father.
The very same. I managed to steal it back from one of Cornelia's underlings in Ferdiad.
Understated as ever, Father. It must have been a true struggle to get it back.
Yeah.
I am grateful, my friend.
Gilbert, Professor, may I request something of you? I wish to fight at your side.
Yep, your game.
Senile already, old man? Who will protect our territory?
I expected it would come to this, so I left those matters to my younger brother. He has my complete faith. I must keep my promise to our fallen king, to my dear friend.
What promise? That's true.
A very old one. I swore it nearly 10 years ago. Now then, Your Highness, let's destroy the Empire together. My men and I will spare no effort. I pray that you are right, and that this will save the kingdom.
I think it's not dumb to take care of everything else first, but what can you do?
Our orders are to capture Enbar by striking the enemy's stronghold directly. How familiar are you with the geography of Fodlan?
We'll say very. She was a mercenary before, so.
Then you must be aware that the kingdom and the Empire are separated by the impassable Ogma Mountains, right? Legend has it that Saint Seros once crossed over those
They're finally
mountains
bringing
to
the
fight
story kind of
against the
full
fell
circle,
king
which is
Nemesis.
really nice, actually.
But don't fool yourself. Leading a large army over such steep mountains would be near impossible.
Okay, then
In
what's your
order to
suggestion?
infiltrate the Empire, we have no choice but to go around the mountains, either to the east or to the west.
Oh, so we're going around. Let's go east.
Yes, I agree. The Alliance is currently split in two.
I wonder if there's an
Those who
alternate
stand
path
with
if
the
you
Empire and
go
those who
west,
are
but I don't
against
think
it.
you can. Or I don't think there would be.
Leading the Imperial faction is House Gloucester, while House Regan leads those who oppose. We should take advantage of their internal conflict and proceed east along the mountains until we reach the Great Bridge of Myrden in Alliance territory.
Why are we going there?
The Aramid River divides Alliance and Empire territory. There are many large bridges that cross it. However, the Great Bridge of Myrden is by far the largest, and it is also closest to the monastery.
Okay.
I believe you crossed that bridge 5 years ago on your journey to the Battle of the Eagle and Lion.
Oh, I remember that playing field. That was kind of full. What if the Empire and the Alliance both attack?
I'm afraid it's a possibility, but it's still more practical than passing through the west.
Perhaps our next move should be to contact House Regan and request their cooperation.
Will they help us though? That's the
Claude of
question.
House Regan is the leader of the Alliance and is firmly against the Empire. They are the enemy of our enemy. In other words, hopefully, a friend.
Are you suggesting that we ask House Regan
Oh,
to engage
God,
the
here we go
Gloucester
again.
soldiers?
I am. If we take the bridge, then House Gloucester will no longer be able to receive support from the Empire. There's no way a man as wise as Claude would refuse our request.
And once we manage to capture the Great Bridge and gain a foothold into the Empire,
Then we cross Gronder Field and head south toward Enbar.
But if we get attacked from both sides, we'll have to fight people from the Alliance, won't we?
Speaking of House Gloucester, I wonder how Lawrence is holding up.
Yeah, there's so much.
If we meet him again, it will probably be as enemies. To be honest, I'd rather avoid seeing him altogether.
If you do not wish to kill familiar faces, do not tarry over the corpses of the dead.
Oh gosh, here we go. Why does he have to ruin every moment?
Good advice.
Prepare yourselves. It is time to steal your souls for the task at hand.
He's so... I don't know. You just shake your head at this point. Alright, let's go ahead and save. Ugh, Dimitri. I'm gonna need him just to calm down a little bit.
Part 2. Azure Moon. Lone Moon. The Rose-Colored River.
Oh, that's good. It's good insight to the next chapter.
The Kingdom Army meets with Rodrigue in Aelel, the Valley of Torment. With the strength of House Fraldarius on their side, the time to invade the Empire is finally at hand.
Alright, let's do it.
even though it's in ruins, in some strange way, this monastery never truly changes, does it?
I'd agree.
I studied at the Officers' Academy when I was young. Those memories come rushing back whenever I return. What are you doing here at this hour anyway?
Let's just say we couldn't sleep.
It's the same for me.
I like him.
Perhaps you'll allow me to join you.
Of course.
Much appreciated. I keep recalling my eldest son. He was quite gifted. In fact, he was appointed a knight at the age of 15. I still vividly remember the day he was granted a sword from His Majesty.
Yeah,
Dead.
yeah.
He was killed 9 years ago in Dusker. All that returned of him that day were his sword and his armor.
Oh, that's sad.
After it happened, I said something horrible to Felix. He's hated me ever since, and I don't blame him. No matter how much you grieve, the dead will never return. No magic in the world can bring them back. That's why their memory clings to the living like a curse.
True.
The more they were loved, the tighter their hold, and the more suffering they cause. I fear I am not a strong enough man to scold His Highness for his foolishness.
Yeah, I know how you feel.
Since this war began, we've seen countless generals, soldiers, and citizens die. It never gets easier.
Someone's got to stand up to him eventually.
Professor, I entrust the young prince and the future of Fargus to you.
Let's say I won't let you down.
You are a brave one, aren't you? One worthy of leading the Church of Seros, I dare say. You should know that I have no intention of insisting that you take back Ferdiad. All I ask is that you continue to rein in Dimitri's manic desire for revenge.
We try our best, but he a handful.
Now then, we have received House Regan's consent. All that's left is for us to depart. If we make it through Gloucester territory and across the Great Bridge of Myrden, we'll be in Empire territory. You are not afraid, are you?
Let's say a little, because everybody's afraid of some things, you know.
No need to worry. Don't you underestimate the power of my soldiers. I'm glad you were the one to lead the Blue Lion House, Professor.
I think we did a good job.
I mean that.
I mean, as far as the story. Alright. See what we got. Yes, we do. We are working on our magic and stuff, so. Which actually, I really have been enjoying her doing magic.
It's hard to sneak out when the professor is watching.
Regardless of the quality, this is a good chance for us to prove our solidarity.
Alright, yeah. Okay, we'll take it. So everything's in ruins. Alright, what do we got here? You're curious to know how Ingrid is doing. Go for a visit? Yeah, let's go. We can talk to Ingrid. It's been a while.
Will Father never learn? All of these useless letters are only creating more rubbish in the world.
She does not sound happy.
Professor? Oh, I didn't see you standing there. My apologies.
Yeah, what are you disposing of?
Oh, that paper. Well, Yes, it was. It was a letter from my father.
Isn't that important to you?
I understand where you're coming from here, but I have no need of such things. It isn't like anything of importance was written on it. Curious?
Interesting.
I suppose there's no harm in allowing you to read it. Go on, then.
My dearest daughter, Ingrid. Are you well? I trust that you are behaving yourself and refraining from causing trouble for others.
I like Ingrid. She's probably one of my
Things on the home
favorites.
front are in order. The marriage proposal for you and the Viscount's son should be prepared soon.
Aw, that's sad.
Although, I am quite certain there are many superior candidates at Garreg-Mach Monastery. As you know, the very survival of our family is dependent upon whom you marry. You are the only one left in the family who can make things right. We are all counting on you. Do not lose sight of
I wonder who
what
she's
truly
supposed to end up with.
matters.
Yes. This was the last letter I received before leaving the academy. I've told you that we've never been very well off financially. My noble family, House Galatea, branched off from House Daphne in the Alliance. Shortly after, we were lucky enough to receive the support of the royal family, allowing us to attain nobility, to some extent. But the territory we watch over is poor, its harvest meager, and our noble blood too has grown thin. Neither my father nor my brothers bear a crest. I, however, do bear a crest. Because of this, my father sees me as our family's one hope for the future. A crest is highly prized among nobles. Were I to marry into a greater noble family, that financial support could soothe our woes.
Yeah, that's
Thank you,
sad.
Professor. Your sentiment alone is a great comfort to me.
Feel bad for her.
Despite my own feelings, I understand his approach to all this. It isn't that he doesn't care for me. I understand it very, very well, which is why I apologize, Professor. I must be going.
Wonder if there's anything we can do for her. I don't know, though. Alright. And quickly, Dimitri accept the battle gear of the King of Lions. Right, obtain the certification for Great Lord class. Awesome! Okay.
This will do.
Great Lord class. Okay. We'll take it. We'll take it. Alright. Last thing I want to do before we do anything crazy. Dimitri, we don't want to move because he got his own little class here. I think everybody has a class. Yeah, we're still working on Ash, which for him we need Bow Knight. He needs a lance and riding. Sylvain, he can actually go to his master. But it's only 31%. He needs higher faith. So we'll remember that. She's already good. Annie is not good yet. What does she still need for this? She needs A in faith. Okay. So we're working on that. Ingrid is good. She's popped down here to the Pegasus Knight, so we're good. What does he still need? He needs axe and flying. And then Flynn, she's really close here. Reason. And Gilbert. We can move him into this Great Knight. He's at 46%. I think I'm gonna leave him though, and wait, because he's at 46%. I don't want to waste anything on them. So that's where we're kind of gonna end it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to hit that like button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.